Hello everyone, my name is Landon, and today we're going to be taking a look at Svelte, what it is, and where it's headed in the future. So let's get started. Alright, so what is Svelte? Well, Svelte is a web framework for building user interfaces. It's like React and Vue, but it has a compile step that happens at build time. This actually will make it faster than React and Vue when it's on the web, because it does the compile step before actually getting there. And it has been recently voted as the most loved web framework. So Svelte's history, it was created by a guy named Rich Harris, this beautiful guy right here. It's open source and it's trending more popular. And just to show how popular it's getting, I have these graphs here. So here, this is with React. This is also 2 years. So Svelte's only at 43,000, React's at like 6 million. But as we've been trending closer and closer to now, Svelte is at 243,000 and React is at 13 million. So React has about doubled in that time frame, and Svelte has about, I don't know, quadrupled, like even more than that. And let's see, Just Svelte. Just Svelte has been trending up the whole time, and I believe that trend will continue, especially since it's continually being worked on as well. This just shows some different frameworks' popularity, and we have React here as the most loved, and then it dips a little bit for Vue to be ahead, and then now Svelte has been introduced in 2019 and has trended all the way to the top and is now above React. So that's why I'm doing this. I think Svelte's a good web framework, and I want to share it with you guys. So let's continue on. Rich Harris just got hired by Svelte to work on Svelte full-time as well. So there was this Rich Harris and Lee Robinson interview on YouTube. If you want to watch it, it's called The Future of Svelte, interview with Rich Harris. And I learned quite a few things from that interview. Well, first of all, some background is Vercel built Next.js, and SvelteKit is actually very similar to Next.js, except it's uses Svelte instead of React. Some important notes about the interview. Use Svelte because it will help ship features faster. So with React, you actually have to write more code to get stuff done. Svelte is very minimal in that way. A good analogy is Svelte is the electric motor compared to the internal combustion engines of the big three, which is Angular, Vue, and React. And some Svelte 4.0 features. This is what they're striving towards. It's not actually finished yet. But he was talking about maybe a compiler written in Rust. That would probably make the compiling speeds a lot faster. And then thinking even more about motion. There's already a bunch of motion features already included in Svelte, but he wants to include more. He looks at framer motion for examples. There is also less options for add-ons with Svelte. So for state management, we have one option, which is Svelte stores, and it's actually pretty good. It's actually really good. But in React, there's Redux, there's MobX, Recoil, Context API. There's all these different ones that you have to choose from, and sometimes it's hard to make that decision. So Svelte, one option, go with it. It works, and yeah. Continued, SvelteKit has not had a 1.0 version release yet, but people are already using it in production, which is kind of cool. So people are excited to use it even even with the stable version not released yet. He talked about adding in internationalization out of the box for SvelteKit, so I'm guessing that's like for different countries. They abandoned Sapper and moved to SvelteKit. So if you see forums on Sapper, try and stay away from that, I suppose. They talked about funding for open source. And Rich thinks that it's usually about the time commitment for helping these projects and not really about the money per se, but he thinks it's best if companies will hire the developers to work on these open source projects, well, like Svelte. And yeah, basically like what Vercel's doing with Rich Harris right now. They hired him on and now he's working on Svelte full time. Sometimes developers that receive funding can then work full time on open source. He also made that point, which I was thinking right away. Why did Vercel want to fund Svelte development? Well, basically since Next.js and SvelteKit are so similar, basically if SvelteKit succeeds, then Next.js will succeed as well. And I'm pretty sure like they're both very easily hosted on Vercel, and that's why Vercel is invested in this project. I'd like to thank all of you guys for watching that introduction to Svelte. If you have any questions, make sure to comment them down below. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. And I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.